Howdy from that homemade mom. Did you grow up with Lipton onion dip for the holidays? We did, and we love it. A few years ago, I came across a homemade version with caramelized onions, and we've been hooked ever since. To start off, we need to caramelize the onions. I'll be using about 8 pounds of onions, and this volume takes a long time to caramelize. It took me about 90 minutes. The caramelized onions freeze great, and you can put them on just about anything. Chicken, beef, potatoes, burgers, grilled sandwiches, and even on your eggs. I'm cutting the onions in half pole to pole, as this helps the onions keep their shape while cooking. Peeling off the paper and then slicing thinly. When I'm bulk prepping, I like to work on my knife skills, focusing on the claw grip to keep my fingers safe while I try and cut quickly. I'm using my sink as a garbage bowl so I don't have to wash another dish. Once I have my Dutch oven full, I add a splash of water and cover the pot to steam the onions and get them a head start with cooking. I'm starting out on medium-high heat and will adjust as needed. Too low and it would take forever. Too high and you can burn your onions. After 10 minutes of steaming, I take the lid off to stir and come back every 10 to 15 minutes to stir again. Once the onions have greatly reduced and there's a little bit of liquid, I'm able to add just a sprinkle of baking soda. Too much of this would leave a weird aftertaste. The baking soda helps speed up the process but is not necessary. I like watching it foam up a little bit. Once the onions are done, you can let them cool down. Stirring often helps cool them down quicker. You can also put them on a sheet pan and spread them out nice and thin. I thinly sliced the chives. I wasn't thinking when I bought only 1 pack of fresh chives, so I supplemented with a little freeze-dried chives as well. I saved some fresh chives to garnish on the top of the dip. Next, I ran my knife over the caramelized onions to have small pieces. To the bowl, I added plain whole yogurt, salt, pepper, some distilled white vinegar, those chives, and the onions, and of course the sour cream. I used a really small spatula to mix that up, and then I grabbed a bigger one to make it go quicker. Once you mix everything together, grab some containers. I like to use shallow ones for a party. And you can top it with some chives. You can serve this with veggies or chips. We like to use Ruffles, and this year we're going to be testing out some kettle chips to see which we like more. Let me know if you guys have a preference. Here's my cute dog. He's a good boy, so he gets a sour cream container. Have a good day.